Good morning, students. Yesterday we learned the paraphrasing of the poem The Tale of the Custard Dragon. The stanzas were explained. I hope you understood. Today we will discuss the poetic terms and as well as the literary devices used in the poem. But before that, let's recapitulate the explanation of the poem. One thing I would like to tell you that this poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon, has been written in the style of a ballad. What is the meaning of ballad? Any poem which describes the tale or the story of courage, bravery or heroism, that is known as ballad. Okay? So this poem can be called a ballad. Okay? We came to know that there is a girl, Belinda, who lives in a little house. She has some pets, a mouse, a kitten, a dog, a dragon. The dragon is very scared and is a coward, unlike the other animals in the house. Other animals pretend to be brave. They show that they are so brave, and the dragon Custard shows that he's a coward. He's not brave. He always cries for a nice safe case. The other animals make fun of his cowardice. Custard one day is very brave when the time comes, and he shows his bravery as a pirate comes in the house and scares everyone. Especially Belinda starts crying. So everyone runs away. But Custard comes forward to save Belinda. Custard eats the pirate and saves everyone in the house. So let us discuss the theme of the poem, what the poet wants to teach us. Through the poem, the poet wants to teach us that do not judge a book by its cover. It means we should not judge anyone with the appearance. Custard is always mocked. It means everyone made fun of his cowardice, but others show that they were brave. But when a pirate entered in the house, Ink, Blink, Custard, they all ran away. But the one who was considered the biggest coward, he saved everyone. He showed his bravery. So neither Custard nor the pirate are what they seem to be. The other animals pretended that they were brave, but actually when the time came, they ran away. But Custard, who showed that he was not brave, but when the time came, he showed his bravery. So we should not judge anyone without fully getting to know them about them. So when the situation demands, they are bound to show their true colors. True colors mean people show that what they actually are. And when they show, when the right time come. हम कभी कभी किसी के बारे में सोचते हैं कि ये बंदा ऐसा है, बट एक्चुअली में क्या होता है, जब सही टाइम आता है, then we come to know that what kind of persons they are. Okay, and sometimes that is quite surprising for us, because what we do, we make perceptions about them, but actually they are quite different. As Custard was considered to be a coward, but actually when the time came, he showed his bravery. And other animals who always showed that they were so brave, but when the time came, they ran away. So let us discuss the literary devices used in the poem. In stanza 1, what is the rhyme scheme? House, mouse, wagon, dragon. So A, B, B. House is rhyming with mouse, wagon is rhyming with dragon. So what is the rhyme scheme? A, B, B. What is the literary device? Repetition, because of the word little. You can see here that in this stanza, little word is repeated. So what is it? Repetition. Okay. Next is oxymoron. Oxymoron mean when there are two opposite words. See, either there are two opposite words used, pet and dragon. We know that dragon can never be considered as pet. No one keep dragon as pet. So there are two opposite word, pet as well as dragon. So what is it? Oxymoron. Anaphora, when there are repeated use of word in the beginning of the two lines. Let me tell you. See, and. So third and fourth line is starting with the same word. So what is it? Anaphora. Okay. Next is refrain. Repetition of a sentence again and again. See, this sentence, Realio, Trulio, Little Pet Dragon, has been used many a times in this poem, so that is why it is refrain. See, one another thing I would like to tell you, Realio, Trulio, we know that these are not the actual spelling. The poet has used these spellings to show reality or real, true. Why the spellings have been changed? Just to give it a musical effect. Okay, actually these are not the real spellings. Clear? So the poet has changed the spellings just to give the poem a musical effect. Next stanza is having the rhyme scheme AB, AA, BB. Let's see. See, ink, blink, AA, mustard, custard, so BB. Okay. And the literary device is simile. Dog is compared to mustard, because mustard flour, because of the yellow color. So this is why simile. Okay. And one more thing is as word is used. If the comparison is there without as, then is metaphor. Okay. But here it is the comparison with the word as. So that is why it is simile. Alliteration. C and C, called, coward. Okay. C sound is repeated. Alliteration. Anaphora and. Okay. So this we have already discussed. Next stanza. Literary device, rhyme scheme, AABB, teeth, underneath, nose, toes. Simile. Dragon's mouth is compared with fireplace and like word is used. So whenever there is comparison when there is comparison and like or as word is used, then simile literary devices used. Refrain, realio, trulio. Metaphor, chimney for a nose. Now nose is compared to chimney, but like word is not used. That is why it is metaphor. Okay, see. Mouth like a fireplace. So simile because of like word. Chimney for a nose. Chimney and nose compared to each other but without like, so that is why it is metaphor. Clear? Fourth stanza, rhyme scheme AA, BB. Simile, Belinda's bravery is compared to barrel full of bears. Okay, and as word is used. Okay, mustard bravery is compared to tiger with as word. Okay, assonance. Assonance is used when there is vowel sound repeat A. See, Belinda was as brave as barrel full of beer. So here alliteration is also used because of B sound and because of the vowel sound A. That is why it is assonance. Clear? Next stanza. Rhyme scheme is AABB, unmerciful Percival, wagon, dragon. Refrain we have discussed. Repetition, tickled him. See, I'll show you. Tickled him. So what is it? When any word is repeated in a line, there is repetition. Next is allusion. Whenever there is any reference of any person or place. I told you that Percival was a knight in King Arthur's kingdom, so that is why it is allusion. In the previous poem we had discussed that in the previous poem Amanda, we had discussed this literary device when there was a mentioning of Rapunzel. So similarly, Percival is being mentioned here, who was a knight in King's Arthur period. So that's why it is allusion. Next is personification. Whenever any non-living or animals are given the quality of human beings, this is personification. Ink, blink, mustard, they called him. We know that human beings only can speak. Ink, blink and mustards are animal. They cannot speak, but they call him Percival. Here they have been personified. Next stanza, rhyme scheme AABB. Onomatopoeia, that is whenever there is sound, mentioning of sound. See, giggle is the laughter sound, weak is a sound. Okay, so this is onomatopoeia. Clear? Whenever there is a mentioning of sound, this is onomatopoeia. Next is rhyme scheme AABB. Sound, round, Belinda, window. Consonants, SS sound is repeated. See, suddenly, nasty, and sound. So this is consonant, but if we look at only these, there can be alliteration also. Onomatopoeia, sound word, growled, mew, cried. Now, the poet has changed the spelling of window to winda. So this is the poetic license when poet has the right to change the spelling which actually do not exist. जब poet अपने आप से कोई spelling change कर देता है तो उसे poetic license बोलते हैं. Just to create rhymes. Okay. Next stanza is rhyme scheme AABB. Right, bright, wood, good, and alliteration. Beard was black. So B sound is repeated, that's why it is repetition. Imagery. Imagery is whenever any image is created in the mind of the reader, that is imagery. The poet created an image of the pirate when he told about his wood leg, about his weapons. Okay, so this way he created an image in our mind. This is imagery. Okay, rhyme scheme AABB. Help, yelp, household, mousehold. Okay,